Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is coming to you from Madrid, España, Madrid. And it is turning into a nice day here, and lots of fun experiences with dogs and trees. So it's been a very interesting growth time and navigating family pictures. So here's the thing. We all grow up in families or groups, and we absorb the family pictures not only projected to us from our immediate families, but the circle around us. And it is kind of sort of a dance. And when we get together with someone else, they have done the same, but their dance is different. So I might have grown up with classical ballet, and they may have grown up with jazz, tap, something like that. And so when you come together in relationship, it takes a while to figure out how both of you are dancing. And the thing that I have experienced growing up, going beyond as an adult, is that the things that I learned, the things that I absorbed, are not always like walking across on the grass in front of gardeners. They aren't functional. And the things that might be the least functional are the invisible things. And I've had an amazing time at kind of a heightened awareness of seeing the invisible things now. But my new experience is here with family and bumping up against their invisible things. And I don't know they're invisible things. I mean, I should. They're my family. But I don't know what they remember or how they remember it. And they had other family members influencing them as well. So what's the best thing I can do here? Actually, the best thing I can do is be neutral and be in the present. And when I can't, I can take a walk. Which brings me into the present. I don't know where I am right now. I'm in a different part of the city and having a different experience. And being in the present moment with what is being created now. So the other thing I know is that as I shift and change myself, I can step through doors to parallel universes where it's a different experience. And then I find that people who are projecting their family stuff on me just because I'm their relative and might have helped create some of it, are completely different. And this applies actually outside of family stuff too. It's like you can be working in an environment and just decide this coworker is complete, toxic mess, and you can step through doors to parallel universes from where you parked your car to walking into the office, and find that they're completely different, or they called in sick, or they quit, which actually happened to someone in one of my workshops. They came 1 week, learned about parallel universes, and went to work, and that person had decided to quit that weekend. Not that the person who came to my workshop created that person quitting. They stepped into a universe where that person was quitting. So what I choose to do here is to step into a universe where things are, healed. That implies something needs healing. Step into a universe where things are different, where things are unfolding in everyone's favor. So it was a big weekend in that there was an eclipse that was supposed to be life-changing. And the weird thing about these last two eclipses is that they were supposed to be very significant for me and a different family member. And he didn't seem influenced at all by it. And I did not experience them as challenging as I anticipated. But now eclipses can have an effect, a month after. So we'll see what's going to happen in November. But for me right now is I am creating this experience. And I really just needed to get out of the apartment and bring myself into the present moment and find a place I could buy some organic fruit and vegetables. Priorities, man. It's really hard to stay focused. It's really hard to be focused. It's really hard to come into focus. There is so much stuff going on in the world. Really heartbreaking, tragic stuff. And it's in our storyline, sometimes directly, and it's in our storyline as the backdrop for what we're writing in the movie of our life right now. Letting the truck back up before I decide to cross the road in front of it. Entrada de Mercancías, La Vaguera. Oh, honey, I don't trust you. Drive forward, please. I don't know how to say that in Spanish anyway, he's not listening. Yeah, he's turning around. It's really, also what's interesting to me is to see how life the threads of what's happening now originated at different points in the previous part of the story and cross align the storyline now. If that makes any sense. If you look back, you can see, well, this piece here and that piece there have come together to create this piece now. And yes, when I'm doing, quantum energy work, I can instantaneously collapse the wave and make something completely different. But as I navigate through life, that I, as consciousness, am creating here. All of us is consciousness, and we're creating here. In a moment, you can see the wonderful threads of things that are weaving back and forth. So how does that relate to all the things that are really strong and emotional? Well, think of it as diving into the pool where, some of us choose to stay in the shallows and some of us choose to swim through the currents. Some of us decide to head towards open ocean. I honestly don't like getting in the water unless it's in the 90s outside. But hey, I navigate life. I wouldn't have been able to manage this had I not spent the last 5 years most of the time in New York. This city is a little under half the population of New York. But listen how quiet it is. If you watch my other videos, when I'm walking through Queens, and then again, it's a lot more noisy than when I'm walking down a lane on Vashon Island. Life is an amazing creation. So think about what's happening in your life and the threads of connection, and whether stepping through doors to parallel universes where things are unfolding in everyone's favor would benefit you, or whether just being clear and in the present moment would benefit you, or just dog paddling through life. And let me know in the comments below how that works for you. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. If you like this video, please like it and share it with others. You can also sign up below. You can subscribe and sign up below to get it in your inbox if you want. And if you want to know more, I have a couple of blogs. The links are below there too. And again, leave a comment for me. I would love to know what your experiences are. And I will see you in the next video. Hasta luego.